You think you know what women want, but you don't. Imagine this. You're sitting across from her, the woman you care about. The light hits her face just right, and for a second, you swear she's glowing. You crack a joke, she laughs, but something in her eyes says she's still waiting for something more. You think, maybe I didn't say the right thing. You try harder, more compliments, more energy, yet she still feels a little distant. Here's the truth most men never hear. Women don't melt because of what you do. They melt because of how you make them feel. And today, I'll show you 5 things women absolutely love, but most men either ignore, underestimate, or avoid completely. If you understand these, you'll never have to chase connection again, you'll create it. So let's break this down. 5 real, psychological, and emotional acts that speak louder than any romantic movie scene. Emotional attunement. When you actually feel what she feels, when a woman feels seen emotionally, she relaxes. Her guard softens. Most men listen to words, few listen to feelings. Here's the secret. When she tells you a story, she's not looking for a solution, she's looking for connection. If she says, "I'm so stressed about work," most men reply, "Just quit your job, it's not worth it." Wrong move. What she really needs is emotional resonance, something like, "That sounds exhausting. I can tell it's really wearing you down lately. You're not fixing her problem, you're feeling it with her." That's emotional maturity. Psychologists call it attunement, the art of aligning your emotions with your partner's. It's like tuning 2 instruments to the same frequency. Once that happens, everything flows. Confident patience, the lost art of calm presence. Most men think confidence means loudness, dominance, or control. In truth, the sexiest form of confidence is calm energy. It's when you can sit in silence without needing to prove anything. It's when you smile instead of rush. It's when you pause before reacting. Women notice that because it radiates safety. She doesn't want a man who fills every second with noise. She wants a man whose presence feels like peace. Think about it in a world full of distractions. The person who can stay still becomes magnetic. So next time she's upset or distant, resist the urge to chase or question. Just be present. Hold eye contact. Let her breathe next to your calm energy. It's powerful because it says, "I don't need to control you to care for you." Slow scene. A couple sitting quietly during sunset, no dialogue, only background music showing calm comfort instead of chaos. Gentle leadership. Leading with emotional intelligence. Here's where many men get it wrong. Leadership in love doesn't mean being the boss, it means being the anchor. A woman melts when a man can guide with empathy, not ego. She doesn't want to be told what to do. She wants to feel safe following your direction because she trusts your heart. For example, instead of saying, "We're going out tonight, dress up," say, "Hey, I want to take you somewhere nice tonight. You deserve a break, wear something you love." See the difference? Same action, different energy. The first commands, the second inspires. Gentle leadership is strength wrapped in kindness. It's masculine energy without arrogance. And when you learn that balance, women don't just respect you, they relax into you. Real strength isn't control, it's consistency. Subtle affection. The language of nonverbal connection. Women adore affection, but not the forced kind. It's not always about grand gestures. It's the micro moments that leave a mark. A light touch on her shoulder when she's nervous. A warm smile across the room when words aren't needed. Remembering how she takes her coffee without asking. Those are the moments that say, "I see you, I remember you, and I choose you again and again." Neuroscience proves it. Micro gestures of affection release oxytocin, the bonding hormone. It's literally how trust is built. Most men avoid this because they fear appearing too soft. But the truth? Emotional softness is what gives strength its meaning. You don't need to touch her body to touch her heart. Emotional aftercare. What happens after matters most. After every intense moment, whether it's a deep talk, a disagreement, or a romantic night, comes the real test. How do you follow up? This is where 90% of men fail. They think intimacy ends after the moment, but for women it begins after the moment. As Mal texts the next day, "I've been thinking about last night. I really appreciated being close to you." That one line can rebuild emotional security faster than any apology ever could. Aftercare tells her you weren't just a moment, you matter. It's reassurance, safety, and care in action. Night fades into morning. A phone buzzes. She reads a simple message, her face softens, and she smiles. After connection comes care. That's how love stays alive. The deep truth: every woman is different, but they all respond to the same universal truth: safety, presence, and respect. These aren't romantic tricks, they're human needs. When you learn to meet them with emotional maturity, their relationship stops being a chase, it becomes our rhythm. Stop trying to impress her. Start trying to understand her, because the most powerful thing a man can do is make a woman feel safe to be herself. That's when she truly melts, not because of power, but because of peace. Don't overthink it, don't perform it, just practice it. Love isn't fireworks, it's warmth. And every time you choose presence over pride, listening over logic, and calm over chaos, you become unforgettable. If you found this message powerful, share it with someone who still believes love is just chemistry, because the truth, real attraction begins with emotional safety. She didn't fall in love because you were handsome. She fell because you were different. It's never the loudest man in the room who wins her heart. It's the man who notices the quiet details. The man who remembers her favorite song. Who texts her not when he's bored, but when he feels her silence. Who looks her in the eye not to dominate, but to understand. That's the difference between attraction and connection. Most men think women fall for confidence, money, or mystery. But truth is, women fall for emotional clarity. So here are 5 romantic things men do, small, subtle, but powerful, that make women fall without even realizing it. Let's go deeper. He matches her energy, not her words. When she says, "I'm fine," but her eyes look heavy. The ordinary man believes the words. The rare man feels the energy. That's emotional fluency, the ability to sense her emotional state even when she hides it. You don't have to be psychic, you just need presence. Because when you match her energy not with interrogation, but with empathy, she starts to trust you in ways she never trusted anyone before. For example, she's quiet tonight. Instead of asking 100 questions, you sit next to her and say, "I don't know what's on your mind, but I'm here." That line hits harder than any romantic poem. Dim-lit living room, a couple sitting in calm silence. He reaches over, holds her hand, says nothing. Sometimes silence is the loudest way to say "I care." He compliments effort, not appearance. Most men say, "You look beautiful," but the rare man says, "I love how much thought you put into things." One flatters her looks, the other validates her character. Compliments on appearance fade fast. Compliments on effort build emotional loyalty. When she feels seen for her intention, the way she thinks, acts, gives, organizes, or helps, she realizes, he actually sees who I am, not just how I look. That's where admiration becomes attraction. When you notice what others overlook, she'll never forget you. He protects her peace, not his ego. When a disagreement happens, most men rush to win the argument. But the wise man pauses. He asks himself, "Do I want to win, or do I want us to heal?" That's emotional maturity. He doesn't shout. He doesn't compete. He stays calm even when she's not. Because protecting her peace means protecting the connection. You're saying without words, "I care more about our bond than being right." And that's when she realizes you're not like the rest. You're not fueled by pride, you're led by purpose. Scene of a couple in mild tension. He steps back, takes a deep breath, gently says, "Let's talk when we're both calm." Background music, soft piano with heartbeat rhythm. He touches her mind before her body. You can impress her with gifts, but you can captivate her with conversation. Talk to her about her dreams, not her looks. Ask her what scares her, what she's building, what makes her light up. When a man can stimulate a woman's curiosity, attraction transforms into depth. Because here's the truth. When you touch her mind first, she'll let you touch her heart next. Women crave emotional intimacy, the space where they can be real, without filters. And the man who creates that space becomes unforgettable. Montage of couple walking at night, deep talk under city lights. When she can be herself around you, you've already won her soul. He gives her freedom. Not fear. Control pushes love away. Freedom invites it back. A secure man knows she's not his possession, she's his partner. He doesn't check her phone, doesn't monitor her moves. He simply trusts, and because of that, she naturally chooses to stay closer. Freedom builds loyalty faster than fear ever will. Because when she realizes you trust her, she'll never want to break that trust. You didn't cage her, you made her feel safe enough to stay. A scene of her walking away smiling, wind in her hair. He watches her go, calm, confident. If she feels free around you, you'll never have to chase her. Women don't fall for looks. They fall for emotional consistency. It's how you treat her when she's quiet. It's how you listen when she doesn't make sense. It's how you make her feel like she can be human around you. Love isn't a game. It's a rhythm. And when you learn her rhythm, she'll move towards you naturally, the kind of man she never forgets. At the end of the day, she won't remember the expensive gifts, the dinner reservations, or the perfectly crafted texts. She'll remember how you made her feel. She'll remember the man who listened when she was quiet, the man who didn't fix her, but stood beside her while she fixed herself. The man who didn't just touch her body but understood her storms. Because every woman carries two versions of herself, the one the world sees and the one she hides. And if you can love the hidden version, the tired, the scared, the unfiltered her, you become more than a lover. You become home. So don't chase perfection. Chase presence. Don't try to impress her. Try to understand her. Because when a man truly understands a woman, her heart melts in silence, her trust grows without words, and her love becomes peace, not performance. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share.